It's Bougainville's most important cash crop. 2/3 of families here are involved in some way in the cocoa industry.
Today we know that we all rely on money. And in order for us to have money, we have to work. And that is to work in our cocoa blocks, the plantations. It's everybody's job.
Rising world demand for cocoa could generate more income for farmers and significant revenue for the autonomous Bougainville government. But many in this industry are already earning far less than they could be.
Sometimes they maybe a kilo, about one kina. So maybe you're selling about 50 kg, get 50 kina, something like that. Yeah.
Agribusiness consultant David Anderson has been studying Bougainville's cocoa industry for a new commodity support facility backed by the autonomous Bougainville government and the governments of PNG, Australia and New Zealand.
My job is to diagnose in Bougainville what are the constraints to having a more competitive industry. You're getting 126 over 500, 125 over 500, very, very low percent. Yes. Very low percent. If they have one officer per 10 to 15,000 farmers, what can you do? Yeah, what can you do? Okay, what do you got for number 2?
And one other point is the lack of human resource capacity.
Yeah, good. Thank you very much.
The CSF will provide grants and technical assistance to boost production of important cash crops, starting with cocoa. One of the biggest constraints on Bougainville's cocoa industry is the cocoa pod borer, which decimated production when it arrived in 2009. The CSF will help farmers access cocoa pod borer resistant plants and provide training on how to grow them.
At the moment, in Guinea alone, South Bougainville alone, there are not enough nurseries to produce this planting material that is needed by farmers.
They don't know how to plant them. They do not know the length of the to plant. It's 4 meters. Some will plant about 3 meters each, you see, but when they grow up, you see, when they cannot prune, you see, when they touch each other, you see, the production will reduce.
There's also problems with older cocoa dryers and fermentaries, which can taint the cocoa's flavour. A competition is being held to come up with an innovative new design. Importantly, CSF projects will have to ensure income-earning opportunities for women and disadvantaged groups.
Women are involved, they're supporting their husbands and all these things. But so it's also important that they're part of the decision on what happens with that money at the end of the value chain.
David Anderson believes Bougainville cocoa farmers can substantially increase their production.
I think they can go from about 500 kilograms per hectare today, and some of them are doing less than that, and up to, I think, an average of 1,500 kilograms per hectare. But the genetic potential of the clones that are being provided to them is much higher, the 2,000, 3,000 kilogram per hectare. So with very good agricultural practices, very good post-harvest management, people can produce even 6 times what they're currently producing today. So there's tremendous opportunity for increasing household income.
This is really an opportunity to for a really inclusive and sort of widespread economic development initiative, which will actually put money into people's pockets. But it's also an opportunity, I think, because it is so widespread, for the ABG to start to raise some revenue.
And my hope is that the industry is going to come back, regardless of what people think. We have 2 ingredients on Bougainville. One is fertile soil, another one is hardworking people. And giving them the right training to these people, they will get back the industry on an equal footing as it was before.